Okay, we're going to look at the second half of applying linear equations. So on this one, it looks like Steve is saving to buy a car. He decided to start looking as soon as he saved $2,000. So if he has $1,100 in savings and can save $150 a month, how many months will it be before Steve can begin looking for cars? So we're basically needing to add 150 to $1,100 to see how much it's going to count up to get to that 2,000. So we know it's something that needs to equal 2,000. He starts with 1,100 and is going to add 150 every month. So I'll put an M for month, because in 2 months that would be 300, so on and so forth. So just solving my equation out now, I'll take and subtract that 1,100 from each side, which would give me $900 that he has left to save up. And then all I need to do is divide by 150. Those cancel out. When I divide 900 by 150, one of the things I can do, both of those will divide by 10. So to make it a little easier, I can cancel out those zeros at the end. And if I do 90 divided by 15, then I'll get the same answer. And it's just a one step. If I do 6 times 5 is 30, plus 6 times 10, which is 60, gives me 90. So that is, it would take 6 months for him to save up that rest of that money. Looking at number 5, and the LED Corporation produces a CDRW drive at a cost of $120 each with fixed costs of $36,000. The CDRW drive sells for $180. How many drives must the LED Corporation sell to break even? So if you're doing any type of sales or business, this is something that you work through every single time to make sure that your business is profitable. That goes anywhere from selling computers to running a lemonade stand. So as we're looking at that, we're going to put cost on one side and sales on another side, and we want to know when it breaks even. So breaking even means they'll be equal to each other. On the cost side, looks like they cost $120 each. So on 20, that's for one drive. But you also have fixed costs of $36,000. And they sell for $180 each. So we can just solve this equation, and that'll tell you exactly how many have to be sold before they start making a profit. So basically, how many have to be sold to cover that cost right there. So we'll start out by taking away 120D from each side. And what that tells us is that basically that they're making $60 each time that they sell one, but we have that fixed cost right here. So once I've got that, I'm going to divide by 60. Again, make the division a little bit easier. You can mark out one of those zeros because both of those divide by 10. Quick division on that. We know 6 times 6 is 36. So that means it would take 600 of those drives for them to sell in order to break even. Hey, looking at the last one, got a publishing company, finds that the cost of a certain book, $12.50 per copy, fixed cost for publishing and $35,000. How many books must the company publish in order to publish and sell in order to have a profit of at least $15,000 if each book sells for $25? So we want to take the sales, however much they sell, and subtract all of the cost and see when it is greater than or equal to whatever the profit is. So for sales, that was $25 a book minus $12.50 per book plus 35,000. That needs to be greater than or equal to 15,000. Make sure we know that's a B, not a 6. First thing I'm thinking that I want to do is distribute this negative. So that'd be negative 12.5B and a negative 35,000. So if I do 25B minus 12.5, that would give me, well, 12.5 is exactly half of 25. So subtract those two, I'm left with 12.5B. So that's how much they make per book. Then, since I have a negative that I distributed out there, I'm currently minus 35,000. Cancel that out. I need to add 35,000 to both sides. That would be 50,000 equals 12.5B. Then on that, all that's left to do, divide by 12.5. A couple ways you can do that, but on one like this, there's probably one you're going to put into the calculator. When you do so, you get that B is greater than or equal to 4,000 books. And remember, as we're doing those inequalities, all these stayed facing the same way because the only division I did was by this 12.5. It's a positive number, so that stays going in the same direction. It's only when we divide or multiply by a negative that's going to swap around. Okay, hopefully this helps. Good luck on the work for the assignment.